What up? It's your dude Doughboy Tyke, live indirect. Her right now. Just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard. Let's go.
Chinese Deps, nigga, thought that shit was hot. Bricks in the rental, you can smell it out the car. High speed.
All right, so we got the one and only Doughboy Tyke jumping off the porch with us today. Welcome,
What's the word? What's the word, bro? What's the word, man? Working, you know?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. How you feeling today, too, man?
Man, I'm feeling excellent. Just touched down in the A, so you already know we finna get it cracking tonight. Got some motion lined up, so
okay.
Feeling good already. You know, finna get it in. I'm on the porch right now. You know.
There we go, man. And how you like the vibes here in Atlanta, man? I know you be coming down here a lot too, bro.
Man, I love it. I actually used to live down here for around 2 years.
Okay.
Buckhead area, but back and forth. I've been back and forth for over a decade. So. You know, I got some seeds planted here, you know, some little joints and shit. So, you know, it's cool, you know, back and forth. It's like a second home for real.
Oh, absolutely. There's
I
so much
already
to
call
do
it
in this
St.
city.
Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I go.
And you want to shout out your people sitting up there with you today too, man?
Shout out my boy Q, all the way from St. Louis. My boy Major 88 Keys, make sure y'all check him out. Big dog in the music too, man. Beats, production, all of that, you know?
Oh, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So talk about your experience coming up in St. Louis, and what part of St. Louis you from too, man?
Kinlock, Missouri. First black city in Missouri. You know, it's the regular old, you know, hood upbringing. You know, it ain't glorified, but you know, came up from nothing, made it into something, and you know, we here now. That's what we here to talk about now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that been holding me down from, you know, the hood. You know, I got a lot of people out in Kinlock that support me 110%, you know, and that when you got that hood backing, it ain't nothing like it, you know?
Yeah. And has that area changed a lot over the years, or is it pretty much the same
yeah,
stuff?
it definitely changed a lot. We went from, you know, 10, 20,000 people in a little small city to 120, 130,
wow.
You know
so
what I'm saying?
it blew up, huh?
Yeah, it's down right now, but we trying to bring some homes back, some streets back over there, and still keep the environment together, you know?
No, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
And what was the family dynamic like at home? Did you have mom and dad, brothers, sisters in the house, or?
Mom, dad, both on drugs. My mom was primarily in my life though. She raised us, me and my brother Rome. My dad was in and out a long time, you know, typical hood dad. He wasn't around like that, but mama put in the work, you know, rest in peace to my bird, you know, but yeah, it was a tough upbringing, but you know, we strived through it. Me and my brother made it work, you know, family stick together, so you know, we had that bond, so that's how we made it out.
Nah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
And what were you into as a kid? Were you always doing music? Were you into sports? What were you doing coming up?
Really, I was into football some, boxing, but really once I got, you know, influence from the music, it was just like, that's the passion. That was like the full-time drive. I wasn't really into a whole lot of sports. I liked sports, you know, but it just wasn't my thing. You know, I was more of a, you know, ladies man. I'm sitting back, I'm in the cut, you know, about that money. I wasn't really, you know, into the sports, but a lot of my people played and, you know, supported them, so that was good.
And I see you be chefing it up, man. You be whipping up some shits, bro.
Man,
is that some shit you always been into, or how'd you fall into that?
I ain't gonna lie, bro, like, I was in a relationship, and after I broke up with the little chick, she used to always cook, and I used to be at the crib, and I used to be just watching TV. It started from YouTube. I'm self-taught, you know, so I done did different chef events, celebrity chef contests, things like that. But it's all off of, you know, just me watching YouTube, knowing the flavor that I want, just testing it out, and it started working. Like, everybody back home, they love it, you know, so I make a post like, yo, I'm cooking today, and, you know, have the whole squad come out, a lot of the friends, family, and everybody just come out just to come taste the food, so I love it, and I get to eat 24/7, some good shit, you know what I'm saying, so I'm great, you know, I'm a small, fat nigga, you know, so, hey, I be killing shit.
Yeah, they say the skinny dudes are the ones that can usually eat the most.
Man,
you know?
I do, bro. I was just telling him right 20 minutes ago, when we leave here, straight to Copper Cove, I'm going to get some lamb chops, some mac and cheese, some asparagus. Then I want some pasta, and I might get some wings for later on, you know, so.
Oh, you're in Atlanta, you got to get the wings.
You got to get the wings. You got to get the wings. And I've been craving wings since I was in the airport today, no cap, for real.
What's one of your signature dishes, though? Like, what's one of your go-tos, man?
My Sunday go-to is is baked chicken, baked Cajun chicken, mac and cheese, greens, and maybe like some green beans or corn or something like that.
Okay.
My signature, I'm a grill head, so you know what I'm saying? So I grill a lot. Chicken, lamb chops, beef ribs, pork ribs, turkey tips, you know, everything. I kill on that grill. But I don't rock with propane. I rock with only charcoal or smoking with straight wood. So
You got to, man.
Yeah,
My
got
boy
to.
used to use that propane shit. I was like, nah,
man,
bro,
it don't even taste the same. You know what I'm saying? They don't get that barbecue flavor, especially if you ain't got no smoke or nothing. Like, yeah, I'm cool. No, I need that charcoal, baby.
Yeah. You ever thought about opening your own restaurant or anything?
It's in the works.
Okay.
My family actually, we owned a chain of barbecue restaurants in St. Louis called the
for
Rib
real?
Shack. Yeah, so
shit.
that's why I even got the love for barbecue itself. So that's why I love the grill. But yeah, we got something in the works right now, you know. So hopefully within the next, 6 to 12 months, we'll have something put together that's solid, you know.
Oh, that'd be great. I'll come up there and check
Man,
it out.
you definitely got to. You know, we gonna lay it out for you. I'm gonna cook the whole menu. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go crazy for sure.
All right, so let's take it back, man. When would you say you jumped off the porch? How old were you at the time, man?
I say about 15, 16. I jumped out the porch, started doing music with my brother Rome. He was right hand to Baby Huey at the time. You know, whole pop lock and drop it scene. They were going crazy. They was on the road, and that's what really influenced me from there. And then after that, I started rocking with Gucci, man. Shout out to my big dog Gooch. You know, he took me on the road. Put me in front of the mic for, a real deal studio. Like, we was in Zay House rocking out. We did, I'm actually on Ice Attack 2.
Yep.
If you go back to Ice Attack 2, Work Your Wrist, I'm on there, featured on the project. But yeah, I was like 15. I was on the road with Gucci at 15. Like, had him down in Kinlock in the hood. Like, I've been to his mama house, cooked, ate food there, really was the big homie at the time. Like, took me under his wing.
How'd you get that opportunity at the time?
Dawg, it was crazy. It was a humbug night. He had came to St. Louis, and one of my homies was actually throwing an event, and I'm 15 years old, so I got to finesse my way in. And at the time, like, he was one of my favorite artists. So as soon as he came in, he was over there chilling, and he had asked somebody for some smoke. I'm like, oh, perfect. I went over here. He like, damn, look, how old is you? You know what I'm saying? I'm like 15. He was like, man, what's your name? We just started chopping it up, and he dug the vibe. He seen what I seen. You know what I'm saying? So we connected, and from there, linked up with him down here in the A, went on a run with him. He did like 5, 6 cities back to back. We went. He came back to St. Louis, came to the hood, and we rocked there since then.
Shoot. And what was that experience like hitting the road with him? Because at this time, like, he's probably doing these hood clubs,
Bro,
hole in the wall clubs,
Chitlin
anything to get that
Circus.
bag.
Yeah, this was back, and it's crazy because this the time he had the yellow Corvette, and he drove the yellow Corvette from here to each city. You know what I'm saying? Him and Joe. Yeah, like, we was in the van, he drove the Corvette. The hood of the hood, but at the time, that was that street wave when the mixtapes was going crazy, and like, he had the streets, so we was definitely in the trenches with it. But it was a crazy experience to be 15 years old, touring and rocking with one of the biggest street artists in the game at the time.
Yeah.
And shortly after, I had ended up getting locked up, and we had lost contact for a long time, and that's how that ended up, separating. But it was definitely an experience. Can't forget, what I'm saying?
Being 15 years old doing that shit, man.
Crazy. And that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people, too, they don't get to really see, hands-on what you can do in the music when you first starting out. You know what I'm saying? You're young. You don't really get to see a celebrity. Like, at ATL, totally different from St. Louis. Like, if you ain't seeing Nelly or, Huey or Jaquan, like, it ain't a lot of people you can see. You know what I'm saying? Down here you can touch, you can see them. So everybody get that strive and they pushing because they see it can happen. But St. Louis, you don't see it can happen. And just by seeing that, that definitely changed my life.
And how much of the game were you getting from your brother at that time too?
Everything, really. He played a big part in, even molding and birthing my sound, and, just telling me about what I need to do, being on my head about records. Like, he got a crazy ear, I ain't gonna lie. Like, crazy ear, so he be on me. If it don't sound good, he gonna tell me. He ain't never no yes man. And, you know, I don't even like that type around me. Like, if you're gonna be around, be 100% honest, let me know what's going on, because we can't put this out if that ain't that. You know what I'm saying? And if you, yes man, I can't have that around. But yeah, he definitely molded and helped me craft the sound and everything that they see now.
Yeah. Break the Knob. This one goes crazy when you put it out, man.
Break
Talk
the
about,
Knob
you know,
went
the
nuts.
creative process for the song. Did you expect it to take off, and what was it like watching it blow up?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, when I think it was like the third time I played the record. So I did the record. I was actually in the studio by myself. I used to record myself all the time. So I recorded myself doing the record. Shout out to my boy Sleep. He produced it, and I didn't really hear it that night. You know what I'm saying? I was drunk, high. I didn't even really feel it. You know what I'm saying? But I played it like 3 times. It was like over the next few days, and like that third time, I would really just paid attention to the song, because like when I go in, sometimes I knock out 4 or 5 songs in 5-6 hours. You know, so sometimes they can slip through the cracks. You might not even really, you know, feel it. But I played it that third time, and then I sent it out to a couple people, and everybody's response was just nuts. After that, we started shopping it. I linked with my uncle Decon. Shout out to Unc. You know, he got behind the record, and you know, we did top 40 with it. Shout out to Video Guy. He shot the video for us, so it was one of the craziest visuals for St. Louis at the time too. So all of that just played a part together and really just, you know, put a rocket ship to it.
Yeah. What was that time period like for you, man?
Nuts. On the road every weekend. Shout out to my manager, 2 Official, QC DJs. He had us doing a chillin' circus, hood.
Oh yeah.
Man, North Carolina, South Carolinas, and then just to go to them different environments and then see different people, how they react to the music is just crazy, you know, because sometimes you might get the vibe that, oh damn, I wonder if they feeling it, and then you drop it and you see the hood, this nigga, and they're going crazy, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's different feels in different cities, and just to see that on the road and see how they react to the music is incredible, you know.
How'd you lock in with 2 Official, man? That's my boy right there.
That's your dog? Yeah, that's my boy. Just networking. Unc, we had a relationship with a couple people down here, and then at the time, he heard the music and he believed in it too, so he jumped on board with the project. We was rocking with my boy Rich, shout out Rich the Kid. We got that popping, it went crazy on World Star. We was on the road with him for a while, and you know, he was managing Rich too at the time. And my boy Marshall, he really held the glue together. Uncut Cinematic, shout out my boy Marshall. That's Rich manager now, but yeah, he was like, you know, my right hand, videographer, driver, everything. You know what I'm saying? And he held the glue together, because he used to go on the road with 2 Official all the time. Okay. Rock with Rich all the time, and rock with me, you know, help me through the whole Break the Knob run, everything like that. So, you know, it just clicked. We all just clicked, you know, and it was dope. It flourished. So, yeah. Shout out to the squad.
And what was it like putting together the Poppin record with you and Rich?
And that was crazy too, because I sent it. He was in New York. I was in St. Louis, and I was like, I need somebody on this. And then I think one of the homies was like, you need to tell Rich to get on it. Ooh, ooh. So I'm like, all right, bet. I called him. He was actually in the studio. I sent it to him. 15 minutes later, he sent it right back. I was like, we was just sitting there chilling, playing the whole new record, and just bing, we was in the studio. It popped on the email. We played it like, oh yeah, we finna shoot this. So I end up shooting half of the video in St. Louis, and Kinlock in the hood, and then I end up going to LA, and me and Rich shot his part on Melrose. Had the Phantom out. It was crazy, so it was dope.
Yeah, y'all did it big for that shit.
Yeah, that was nuts. Yeah, that was one for the city too. Everybody rocked with that, because even in the record, like the whole time I'm talking about, you know, different locations, different cities, different spots in St. Louis, different streets where I'm at, like really, you know, painting a picture for, you know, St. Louis. So that was real dope.
Yeah. Now we got to talk about this Kilo record, you and Durk.
Me and Durk, yeah.
Talk about how this one came about first off.
Man, same thing, really. Like, I network, like, and if you come to St. Louis and you see me, you gonna see me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, we end up linking up. We was rocking with DJ Bands. Shout out to DJ Bands. That's my dog. Him and Victorious at the time. and you know, we just connected. And my brother Rome, he also does promotion and concerts and stuff like that in the city. So he brought him a couple times. He came down for my birthday, and we just built that relationship. And same thing, I sent it to him like, bro, I need you on this. We'll knock the record out. And then my brother ended up booking him for a show. He came down to St. Louis, and I was like, we was leaving the club, and I had opened up for him. And I'm leaving the club. I'm like, man, let's shoot it. He's like, all right, bet. Where you at? Where you at? I'm like, come on. We pulled up at the hotel and we just shot it, knocked it out.
Oh,
he did that for the love too, and at that time he was going crazy too. So, shout out to my boy Durk, man. It's support her, free Durk. You already know, free Durk.
Yeah, that was like perfect timing for you because that's when Durk was really starting to take off.
He was taking off at the time too, and it was like I said, it was love for an artist to do that just off the love for the visual too. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
And the song, like that's different, you know. So he always, you know, showed a whole lot of love and support, even when we was on the road. Like we did a couple shows on the road together, stuff like that with Rich and them, and you know, he always just showed love. That's why shout out to band, shout out to Durk, man, whole OTF, my dogs, free Durk.
No, yeah, definitely free him for sure, man.
For sure.
So I understand you actually won the first ever Get in the Game segment on Sway.
On Sway,
the first ever?
Yeah, the first one.
How'd that happen,
It was crazy,
man?
10 out of 10. I submitted a record, because like at the time, I think he had like a website up or something, you could submit the song, and then like, it was nuts, because they never replied to shit. Like, I sent the song in, you know, gave my contact email, and I will not forget, I'm at the crib, and I had a little chick there, I had a little bitch over there, and she just kept telling, your phone keep ringing. And I just turned over and I answered the phone, like, hello? He was like, hey, what's up, this way, Shady 45. I'm like, oh shit, I pushed her out the way, like, oh, hello, hey, hello. Yeah, like, I remember I recorded it, and I gotta find that audio, cause like at the beginning of it, I was so hyped. I had put it on mute, and I was just going crazy for a minute, and I could just hear him in the back, him and Heather B. I unmuted, act like I was like, yeah, this Doughboy, what's up? So they had 3 records, and yeah, like after the first one, they put them in the game, all 5. Second record, all 5. Third record, all 5. And then I was just like, damn, that's nuts, you know. So shout out to Sway, Heather B, you know, Shady 45. That was a super dope one too. And like Twitter went crazy when I did it, so that definitely gave me a bigger presence on Twitter at the time, because Twitter was popping back then. That's when, you know, vlogs and all of that was going crazy, like the Fader, you know, Milks, and you know, all of them, Rap Radars and Shady 45 Sway, like that's when he had a lot of people coming through. So I think actually Jewels was on the show too that same day.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he was in the studio when they was basically doing a run through to get in the game. And yeah, it was dope to get acknowledged at the time by Jewels, you know what I'm saying? That's the homie, so shout out to them.
Yeah. And I meant to ask you earlier, like, who were some of your musical influences and inspirations and everything when you first started?
Really, like at a young age, I was really rocking with Cash Money, Wayne. Okay. This was like Squad Up days though, you know, Squad Up mixtapes and all of that, like SQ7s and Squad. Like that's when I was really rocking with Wayne. That was like a big influence at the time. And then I had like a different type of vibe. Like, I used to listen to a lot of old school music, Pac, Big, then old school R&B, because my mom used to love that, sisters and them, a lot of R&B at the time. But you know, people I really rock with from like day ones, like Wiz when he was going hard, doing all the day-to-days when he first started off. I followed his career. Kevin Gates, shout out to Gates. We actually did like five shows together. He got a real strong core fan base, you know what I'm saying? And he talked that shit too. Shout out to Gates. But yeah, like Jewels, Mace back in the day, you know, Clips when they first rocked out. I had a different type of taste. I used to listen to a lot of people though.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you hard, you hard.
Okay. And how would you describe this journey you've been on since, you're 15, touring with Gucci Mane up until today, man? A lot of ups and downs with this shit?
Man, what? A lot of ons and offs, shit. Going broke to being, rich to hood famous to, back in the trap to, man, all of it. Going to jail, beating the cases, man, it's been a lot. Relationships, a lot of ups and downs, like. And then just to come from Kinlock, like I say, back then it was tough, and just to see that it's able to happen, that's what really kept me with that encouragement to keep striving to even do music. Cause at the time I was like, you know what, fuck this shit. I don't like. This is like it's a money pit. When you spending $100,000, $200,000 on music, and you're not really seeing the return, or you not really seeing the investment being brought back in, it's like you get discouraged, you know what I'm saying? Even when you got notoriety or whatever, but it take a team and building a team to really structure stuff right to, be able to make that money. It's a lot of money in music, a lot of money, a lot of ways too. So, I know people who write that's millionaires that you ain't never heard in your life. They might right by you never even know, you know what I'm saying? Or you might see the flashiest nigga, that's the broker. So
real shit.
This music, man, hey, don't let it fool you. This game crazy for sure.
Yeah. So what inspires you or motivates you to keep at this shit, man? Especially during those downtimes, man.
Man, family, friends, man, just having a support team around me. Like I said, my brother, my god sister Eric, she used to work at Def Jam. She stayed out in New York for like 10 years. Used to work at Complex. She used to do like my project management. She always pushed me, one of my #1 fans. All my ex bitches, they love me, love my music, they my #1 fans and shit, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. Still love all y'all know what's up. And just having support in the city, like I've been jumped off the porch in the streets for a long time in St. Louis. So it's like, even without the music, when I move like a big dog anyway. So it's just, it's already in me. This shit ain't on me, it's in me, so it's natural. And then it's like I say, the support, that's what keep me going for real.
Yeah. And now congrats on this new deal, new situation with OneRPM, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, appreciate it.
How'd this all come about, man?
Actually, my homie Guccio, shout out to Unc Guccio. It's crazy. He actually won at Discover Future. Back in the day, Future used to live in St. Louis. It's crazy, but he took the position over there, head exec over at OneRPM, and ever since I've been doing music, he been had my back, supporting me too. So like I told him I'm ready to get back in it, and he was in a position to put me in a position. So it all just worked out. And shout out to Guccio, shout out to the whole OneRPM, man. We finna go crazy this run too.
Yeah, so new run on the way. So talk about this next single, man, Chinese Deps,
man,
right?
Chinese Deps, man. Shout out to Rari 808, produced by my little homies from St. Louis too. We've been going crazy with Glow and Keith, Sexy Red. Shout out to my little homie. But yeah, it's that that old school Jeezy flow that it give you that vibe. You know what I'm saying? It put you in that mind frame of really hustling, getting some money, being a boss. And it still give you that club feel too, to where you can still rock with it. So, I've been getting crazy feedback from it right now. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, video gonna drop real soon, right after that, and yeah, we're gonna take it astronomical.
So this on some motivational shit then.
Yeah, for sure. It give you that motivational feel to it too, but it's still, you can rock with it in the club crazy. Like the DJs that been playing it, club been going nuts. You know what I'm saying? Strip club was going nuts last week. Shout out to Compound. They was going nuts, you know what I'm saying? So like, they definitely give you that old school Jeezy Trap or Die flow type shit. Yeah.
Is this some shit you've been sitting on for a while, or is this something you just recorded brand new?
I recorded it in your studio.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah.
So that was earlier this year, right?
Yeah, earlier this year, like 2 months ago.
Okay.
Like, I did the record, and I had probably like 4 or 5 people in the studio, and everybody was going crazy. And shit, I was like, fuck it, we're gonna put it out. Let's see what the streets feel. And then I've been giving it out to the DJs, sending out packs, everything like that, and everybody been giving a crazy response. So. It was like, hey, look, let's go and drop this. It's gonna be one of the visual records that we put out, get the streets back hot. And then after this, we're gonna do some more runs. We dropping singles all year, so we're gonna go crazy.
So what's this new music sounding like that you've been cooking up, man?
And like I said, it's that vibe, man. They put you in that old school Jeezy, that that Cash Money, Hot Boys, give you that hood hustler, mentality, but still, the bitches can dance to it, the guys gonna rock with it, you know what I'm saying? It's still gonna, correlate with the core fan base too. So it's one of them ones that, everybody gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and who's some of the producers you've been working with, you've been cooking up with lately?
Shout out, like I say, Rory. He did the Chinese Deps. My boy Sleepy Time for 1,000. Go Grizz Squat. We got one called Stand Me. That's crazy. Shout out my dog Major 88 Keys. We getting in this weekend, going nuts. Chase the Money. I just got a pack for my dog. So
Shout out to Chase.
Yeah, shout out to Chase.
Legend in this shit, bro.
Legend in this shit. Yeah, we all came up like that was little homie. Like he been doing his thing too. So shout out to my dog Chase. Wheezy. Who else? We got a couple, man. We got some records that we putting together. Like I said, we doing singles all year, and then top of the year we trying to drop the project, So
okay.
I want to have at least 100 of them done, so I can choose. I'm choosing 10 out of 100. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna really give them that for real.
Yeah. And what about feature-wise? Any other artists you've been working with lately?
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Bobby. He just signed with Def Jam. Me and him got a crazy record. He do R&B. Shout out to my bro Man Savage.
Okay.
Shout out to the whole EA. We just knocked out something crazy. I got one with Dess Dior. That's nuts. I got one in the cut with Durk.
For real?
I might drop. Yeah, that's a crazy one too. Shout out to my dog Free Durk. Yeah, I got some shit in the cut. I got one with Fiend. That's
for real?
Crazy. Yeah, it's called Ball Like P. Featuring
shit.
Fiend. Yeah, that shit go nuts. Shout out to my boy Federo. We got one with Twister. That's crazy. I just seen them do they just dropped that Do or Die video.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah.
That was one of the ones like that's legendary. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who I got some features with. Like, yeah, we definitely got some joints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dess Dior, talk about that connection, because I know you guys been working together for a while too.
Yeah. So, yeah, she originally from St. Louis, and she moved out to ATL. But yeah, we used to rock together for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, she was more of an influencer. She was doing her influencer thing. I believe she had like a little group when she was younger before doing music a little bit, but. No, she just got a crazy, great personality, and it was like, at the time, I'm like, man, you need to do music. She was like, I don't know, I don't really want to do music, So we got in the studio. I produced probably like 10, 11 records for her, help her with writing. Like, she had that sound. I already knew it was gonna be nuts, So at that time, I really just started pushing her and her dad with, helping her out with her career. And, shout out to Dess. She did her thing. She turned up.
She's out of here, bro.
Yeah, she out there for sure. Like I said, we got one too. Crazy record. That's finna drop. That's one of the singles that's dropping probably this year. So, yeah, we finna go crazy with that one.
Okay. And how would you describe your growth as an artist over the years since you first started?
Man, a lot of ups and downs, spending a lot of paper in this just to really figure out the right lanes, like if you don't got a real major label that you can just go out and just figure out, okay, we need him for marketing, him for promo, him for this DJ, you're gonna end up spending a lot of money until you find the real big dogs and the real connects. And it took us a while, but we figured it out, and it's the growth been crazy just to go from not knowing nothing about music to knowing it like the back of my hand. Like I done helped a couple different artists with they music to their production to their creative marketing. A lot of different areas I'm tuned into. So definitely done built a strong knowledge for the game that I love.
And what's your creative process like? Do you write? Do you punch in? Do both? Or
I do both. Sometimes, like if I hear something and I'm like riding or I'm listening to something in the crib, I might pull out my phone or do a hook or do a verse. Or usually when I go to the studio, the first song I punch the first song just to punch it, just to get into a zone, into a vibe, and then from there I might write a hook and then go punch the verses or punch the hook and do the verses. Like it's just how I feel that day. I wouldn't say, oh, I don't write nothing. Like, yeah, I definitely write. And then I write for a lot of other artists too. So, just having that creative process to also be able to, put your thoughts down and relax and chill instead of just going back in, punching in first thing off your mind. You come up with a lot of different things creatively, you know what I'm saying? So I go either way. Okay.
And how often are you recording these days?
I try to be in at least, 3-4 times a week. Now It's gonna be a lot more, since it's gonna go real crazy with this new project, a new single and everything like that. I'm trying to stay focused and busy and in the studio. If I ain't on the road, I'm in the lab, you know what I'm saying? So I plan to be in there every day,
Okay. So we gotta talk about the St. Louis music scene, man. It's been on fire lately, man. What's your thoughts on the music scene up there?
Man, it's definitely been turning up. Shout out to Sexy Red, she kicked it in. After that, the little homie Blake, shout out to Blakeiana, she went crazy. Shout out to everybody at 300. I rock with guys, everybody over there too. But yeah, I think we got something that's been going crazy. Shout out to my boy Junior. JR, shout out to my boy Raleigh, Big Rye, LA Foes, to big homie Spitter, shout out to BMF, J-Bo, what up? Man, we got some crazy shit, we just gotta get out here and go crazy, like, start putting that movement together. I feel like right now, it's a whole lot better than it was, so. Like you see the Detroit movement and Dallas movement, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what, I'm envisioning for the city soon. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of different vibes coming out of St. Louis too. Yeah, it's not everyone just making the same type of music.
Yeah, they definitely not. You might hear the hoodest shit, ratchetest shit, then you might hear somebody like, my girl Miley, crazy, incredible R&B singer, you know what I'm saying? Even like SZA from the crib, we got a lot of different sounds for sure. Even like old school Nelly sound, some people still gravitate towards that sound, So we got a pot of gumbo in St. Louis, but that shit fired up.
No, absolutely,
yeah. Man. For sure.
So looking ahead, what's some goals you got set for yourself? We can start with some short-term goals first.
Right now, man, I just want to stay focused, stay in the studio, finish up this project, and my goal is to get back on the road. I love touching the people. I love being out on the road, touching the fans, shaking hands, kissing babies, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Press runs. I love being active. I don't like to just sit still, you know what I'm saying? So that's definitely one of the goals, touring next year, dropping a project, and like I say, staying consistent.
Okay. And long term, like what's some goals you got set for yourself, man?
Long term, man, I wanna leave something legendary, something that's timeless, give the people something timeless that's never gonna give. You can play it now, you can play it 50 years down the line, and it's gonna always go crazy and hit. And then, I really want to focus after I'm, content with mine. I want to get back to the label side of things and help a couple more artists that's, in a position to, where I can help. If I can help, I want to do that, So that's definitely one of the long-term goals.
Okay. What do you feel like are some of the biggest mistakes new artists make these days?
Man, not putting money behind promotion and marketing, really. They'll catch a quick little viral break and, start dropping music every other week and not even really, put nothing behind it. Like, I done seen artists spend $5,000 for a video and they ain't put $100 to ads.
Or maybe you only posted one time.
Posted one time, and then you think that it's just supposed to blow up. Like I don't get it sometimes. Like especially with the little young, the young niggas now. Like they'll drop a song a week and just expect it to just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, you doing a little something on the internet, but you might not even be visible due to the algorithm, or, you know what I'm saying? Might be you ain't posting every day, so nobody's even seeing it. Like, it might have been that one, you might actually miss that one because you ain't, you know, taking the time to focus on one record. And that's why I say we dropping singles all year. We want to focus on the records, focus on feeding the streets, and really putting it out there so you can get that visibility.
No, that's smart, because I think they say, like, with the algorithm, only like 5% of your followers are going to see one of your posts.
Especially if you ain't posting every day, posting reels, comment on people's stuff, adding hashtags. Like, it's a whole collective of things to really even get the visibility out there from your page. So you posted one time, you got 100,000 followers, 5,000 done seen them. It's like, you know, what's that's gonna do?
Exactly,
Even if they repost it all, like, it ain't finna go viral like that, you know? And, you know, they just gotta, you know, take some time and focus on some records, you know what I'm saying? Don't miss that one, just, you know, trying to just feed the streets bullshit. You know, work on it, perfect the craft, and, you know, put some paper behind it, you know?
No, absolutely, yeah. That's why they call it the music business, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
This is definitely a business. Don't ever get it twisted. This game rough out here, boy, I'm telling you.
Yeah, shit, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead and plug your social media so everyone know where to follow you, bro.
Hey, man, make sure y'all check me out on Instagram at SRMTYKE and on Twitter. Facebook, y'all can follow me at Doughboy STL. Doughboy Tyke on YouTube. And yeah, I ain't got no Snapchat though, so fuck you. Snapchat, I ain't gonna lie, man. I had some bad experience with Snapchat talk, so I ain't rocking with Snapchat right now. But I don't know, the TikTok game been going crazy, so I'm definitely finna dibble and dab in that. And
yeah, TikTok is where it's at these days.
Man,
I just finally started posting on there.
Yeah, like I be seeing like my people post a lot, and just seeing how they post and the content they post on there is different. Like, I'm gonna get in tune with it, but, you know, I'm gonna approach it in a smart way. I ain't just gonna go TikTok crazy right now, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real, man.
Yeah.
You got any shout outs you wanna, you know, give out to the people, man?
Man, shout out to the whole Omni, shout out to Sack Boys, shout out to D-Con, shout out to OneRPM, man. We going crazy. Make sure y'all go check out that Chinese Deps, produced by Rory 808. Going crazy, man. Let's go.
Chinese Dess, nigga thought that shit was out. Bricks in the rental, you can smell it out the car. High speed chase.